it's super strange. I'll try to show you what I was talking about in here, but it's freaking bizarre stuff. Cause they got some threads. It's a thread from Tom is the one I'm looking for. Yeah, so Ascension rewards, right? So this is where I wrote my thesis on Catalyst Black. So the idea of what he was saying was we have another change to Ascension rewards in for 0.18. One change was to try to make more predictable and meaningful than others will be at and the others that by level 50 players will have unlocked 5 primals, not Isia. He meant Lumia Isia, right? And then he said, I'd be interested to hear more what made 0.16 rewards perfect. And I have to agree, they were fantastic. I couldn't get most of them, but they were really good rewards. And not Zest explained it. He goes, the fact that if it paid off in the long run, it felt true to the name Ascension. The dust, the chest, the marks were all great, and it wasn't extremely quick and felt rewarding. I was disappointed as level 54 at the time on my main account to see the awards missed out at the new patch, so I made an alternate. Only to find that the rewards were extremely lacking. Dust now seeming rarer than marks. You guys had previously done an update to Ascension rewards already, and the new ones were this new one was completely unnecessary. And the way you said unlocking all the primals by 50 is kind of scary, as it almost assumes that you won't be any new primals, which is something I was hoping. Yeah, that part, it's because he came onto the server around 0.15 or so, or 0.15, 0.16. So he doesn't know the whole story of how fast primals, how many primals there are in the pipeline. There's a lot of primals coming. So he came up with a nice way of condensing all of the crap that we're getting, and I thought that was actually really good. And I said there's about 8 more primals after global release that we know of, and definitely more than that once the game is out. 4 more variant primals: Thunder, Jenks, Nock, and Torton. 2 new primals yet to be released, and they also have variants. Also, more variants of existing primal could always be created. So an Ascension that gives access to the original 5, not counting the variants, under 50 would be great. Because here's the thing. There are players who've been playing for almost as long as I have, which is almost a year and 7 months or more, who still don't have Nock. They got all of Nock's gear, all of his things that he needs. Like, they have all of the powers and all of the relics for Nock, but don't have the primals still till this day. How does that even make sense? It doesn't. The only reason I have Lumia Isia is because it came in the shop again. I am one of those people that I say, like, random number generations don't make sense to me, because while everybody else was getting Tordans, Isias, Nox, and all that stuff, I got a second Sunder. That's what I got. I got 2 Sunders. Until they changed the quest to make you get Isia after the weekly, I was stuck at 2 Sunders for almost like 2-3 weeks. Because the updates were coming out a lot faster than they are now. Like, it takes almost a month for one update to come out. Back in those days, it was almost every 2 weeks there was an update. So that's the difference. And then I explained about instead of having 7 components, bring it down to 3, because it's a lot easier to manage. 1 for primals, 1 for, 1 for primals, 1 for weapons, 1 for abilities. Yeah, I used to see the Lumia Isia in there. I just didn't have any way to buy it, because that was before they started giving us marks at a clip, or you could get them in Ascension. So I was out of luck. And then when I finally started becoming dust rich, they completely removed Lumia Isia and said, "Oh, you only can get what do you call it? A primal from a chest." I'm like, wow, that really sucks. Before dupes came out, you always got something you didn't own. I got Nock right before dupes came out. That's how I got Nock. Soon as they came into this, only getting stuff through, getting stuff that you own, yet that you getting dupes, it became damn near impossible to get Lumia Isia through a chest for me personally. I would get Janks. I got like 5 or 6 masks at that time. Torden, Sunder, Isia, Janks. That was it. Like, that's how bad it was. But it would never give me either of the two I didn't know. So it was frustrating. And then the problem they have with Ascension is, unlike every other game that I play, all the major milestones have other things in between them. This is the only game where they're going to give you an Ascension that's super high, and you get nothing for it while you're doing it. Like, there are games like Flash Party that there is so many things in between the major stuff that you're always getting stuff while climbing the Ascension Road. Part 2, when they tell you you need 250 stars, they don't mean you need to get 250 stars again from scratch. You already have 100 and something. You need to earn more to get to that number. Like, they usually, when they want you to get something for 250, you're already at 230 or 210. You're working 40 more stars. Not in this game. This game, they literally want you to do it all over again. Like, imagine every game did that. Like, they tell you you need 6 stars for this, and then you need 30 stars for that, and your 6 stars from before don't count. Like, that's what they do here, which is weird. So, like I said, the easiest thing they could do is, you have all these damn campaign quests. There used to be quests where every time you reach 2,500 Ascension points, they gave you something. Then it moved up to 5,000. Like, to me, every 2,500, every 5,000, every 10,000, you give me something. If you do that simple fix, the game doesn't feel as impossible. You can have your number as high as you want, but I know there are milestones that every time I reach, I'm going to get something. The first one is 2,500, the next one is 5,000, the next one is 10,000. Then it starts over again. 2,500, you give me something, 5,000, whatever. Components, dust, marks, whatever. But Quints, give me something good, because that's a lot of freaking Ascension points to get. Like, it's weird stuff like that. Like, I don't know how they do it. Like, I literally wrote, I'll earn 2,500 Ascension points and feel like I did nothing. Earn 5,000, and my Ascension point, I'll ask my question is, did my Ascension points actually move? 10,000, oh my God, there's another 34,000 to go. That's how it freaking feels. It's like you don't feel like you accomplished anything. It's just there, like hanging over your head doing nothing. Hour after hour you play, barely moves. So what's the point of it? It is so hard to move one level, it doesn't even feel like you're doing anything. And like I said, once they drop Eventide just a patch before, you won all the events 170 points. You lost one, 150. You didn't win the match, you could still end with like 110. You win this one, 115. 125. It ain't high. I know it's low, because I lost one event, 95 Ascension points. You lose 2 events, you're like 70 something Ascension points. Like, what the hell, man? Why are you... The Eventide sucks compared to original Eventide, which was fun as hell. This Eventide sucks butt. It's not fun to play, really. It's kind of whack, right? But you can play it and you are at least getting every 2 Eventide games, you could earn a possibility of close to 300 Ascension points. I need to play a minimum of 3 to 4 games to pull that off now. What I could do in 2, I got to play twice as many games of an Eventide that's not even that good. It's a waste of time. It's the same thing. I did the calculation because of how high these stupid Ascension points were. To reach certain numbers, you'd have to play crazy numbers like 5,000 Slayers. Like almost, 2,000, rotating queue games. Like stupid nonsense like that, man. It doesn't make any sense. Why is that? Why do I need... If I played 100 games of any mode, I should have cleared a level. You know what that means? 100 games is like 20,000. 20 times 100. It's 2,000 Ascension points. That should be some kind of level. 2,000 Ascension points. 250 of it. It should move you a level. It should give you something. You earn 2,000 Ascension points in this game, and you get damn near nothing. You get 500, 400 shards. Wow. So Tom wrote back. He goes, "My goodness, there's so much thoughtful feedback. I'll address it point by point. Like when I said all the primals, I meant the current one. Future primals are mysterious, unknown beings, and they're sure they're going to be super cool. I'm going to give some thought to the discussion on reducing the number of components. There will be no changes other than making larger stacks of one type and the 7 tiny stacks at this time. In the short term, I don't want to rush into changes. Yeah. I am trying to tell you, Dearest Lord, when they added in the new levels, was so far ahead of me. He was 127. When they moved up the system, Dearest Lords didn't move at all. When they moved the system up and made everything 4 times more, I dropped to 118. I was in between 118 and 119, almost in the midpoint of it. When I moved back to 119, I earned nothing. When I moved back to 120, I earned nothing. The first thing I earned was a star chest by moving back to 121. All of that was over 100,000 XP to get. All of it was 100,000, 104,000 XP, 104,000 XP in Ascension. And I'm only getting Ascension based on the games that I'm playing. I'm not getting Ascension through upgrading stuff, getting new gear, getting Ascension for nothing but playing the game. Each one of the 40,000s, the 20,000 one took me almost 3 weeks. Each one in between took almost a month. What is that? I moved from 121 to 122. It's still ridiculous. I'm trying to get to 123. I'm about halfway. It takes months. And the thing is, I don't want to play as much. And if you do play a lot, you're getting no Ascension. They're insane. It's just so dumb. Repeating chains of campaign quests to give regular Ascension point rewards is another interesting idea. I'll keep it in mind when we decide the next step after 118. The reason that's important is because without something to keep track of what you're doing with your Ascension points, it feels like you're doing nothing while you're playing the stupid game. That's what it feels like. Moving 40,000 Ascension points feels like trash. People are saying, man, I have 20,000. And I go, once you pass like 110, 118, it only gets worse. 110 is horrible. There was some poor guy who was at 118 and dropped back down to like 112. He had to do almost just judging at the numbers, it looked like he was going to have to do almost 200,000 XP to get back to 118. No game does that. You know what you should be getting if you earn 200,000 XP in a game? Come on, man. It's insane. It's worse than role-playing games at high levels. 200,000 XP points. That's freaking nuts. We saw a comment on Eventide not being played. We're increasing the Ascension points in Eventide with the goal of all modes with similar earning potential for Ascension. The changes in 0.18. I stopped playing Eventide most of this patch. I really don't play it anymore. Like, the fact that you even saw me play it twice today was a lot for me. I play Hydra and Slayer the most. If I get Flag Hunter, I might get drowned into Flag Hunter. I play Core Rush, Paragon Arenas. I can probably eke out 2 of those because there's too much time in between each round. It just takes too long. That's literally why I say drop the damn thing to 5, because just waiting to get into the matches takes forever to me. I'd rather wait playing the other stuff. There's more to come. I'm waiting for improved Hydras. And the only thing I'm going to have to tell them is, honestly, you need to allow people to upgrade their stuff on their own. There should be no hand-holding. Because even the way you're hand-holding makes it unfun for casual players. Unless you only are trying to get people to move up the first 7 or 8 levels in all of their weapons, this is an unsustainable system. It sucks. This progression is the worst I've ever seen in any game I've ever played. It's horrible. For a person to tell me he starts a brand new freaking account, he can get all of the guns that he owns up to 8 and 7, and he could barely get anything to level 10. That's crazy. That's just nuts to me. Like, it's easy to get stuff in the beginning if you can get yourself an Astro chest. You might get like 5, 6 new things. You might even get new stuff every time you buy your star chest. But honestly, yeah, I found a way. Not just explain how to aim with shotguns. You can flick aim with a shotgun. Did not know that. I literally thought you had to aim straight. If you play the Art Mandrill and somebody's coming at you and you flick aim at them, all your bullets hit them. When I found that out, I wrote to him, I did not think you could flick aim with a shotgun. Thanks. It makes it so much easier to play. I had no idea. So, flick aiming shotguns, way to go. All your bullets hit the target. It works better with heavies than it works with primaries, but the heavies are really where it counts. So if you flick aim in a direction, all your bullets become a nice tight compact shot, hits everything, blows them up. Flick aim. So if you're touching the screen, you flick in the direction of the person you want to shoot at with your Art Mandrill. All of your bullets go in a tight cone right into their center mass. Fantastic. I love it. Just flick on the screen. Just flip like that at the direction of the person you want to shoot. It works with all shotguns. Works better with heavies than it does with, what do you call it, primaries. But they still work with both. So once you do that, shotguns become playable again. I'm like, bro, it works super well. It's super strong. It works amazingly. So I didn't know it either. I just learned that like 4 days ago. So Not Zest, thumbs up on that, because I had no freaking clue. I knew you could flick aim a mortar, but I did not know you could flick aim a shotgun. Who knew? It really works. It's certain weapons have the ability that if you flick aim, it locks on the direction that you flicked it to, and the bullets go out in that direction. Don't try it with a sniper because it doesn't work. You literally have to aim the sniper. You really have to aim your tetrad. Shotguns and mortars, I can flick in the direction, shot goes in that direction, and it should hit what I want it to hit. Bullet spread. So when you aim, wait, I gotta find my fingers. When you aim, your bullets become a tight cone, like so. When you don't aim, your bullets shoot out like this with shotguns, like this or like that, like this or like that. Aiming brings it like this. Not aiming brings it like that. That's how that works. That's literally what's happening. That's why it's harder to hit stuff when you're not aiming. So that's one of the problems. But flick aiming works really good with shotguns. Here's another fun fact. In 0.14.1, they had fixed the aiming. So let's say this is your character, right? Before 0.14, when you're aiming your reticle or you're trying to hit something, it comes out from your feet. So for you to hit the character, you need to aim at, you have to aim a little bit off their center. Or what I found out is you have to aim at their feet. Because unlike most games, when you aim at something, you think the bullet's going to travel on the line that you shot. Not Catalyst Black. It's actually in 3D. The gun is actually aiming like this. The bullet's actually off the blue line. So if you take that blue line and you're aiming at center mass of somebody, you're actually shooting at their upper chest and over their head. You're not actually shooting at them. So if you want to get the shot down, aim at their feet. Most of your bullets will not hit the center mass of the character that you're shooting at. 0.14.1 took the aiming and pushed it to your middle. So when you were aiming at somebody's middle, your bullets were also traveling on top of the blue line. Now, for some reason, in this patch, it's back to on your feet and your bullets are floating above your blue line. You want to hit stuff? Aim at their feet. The bullets will hit at their center when you're targeting their feet. It works. My aim was off by over 20%. Once I started targeting feet, everything started dying again. I'm like almost at 90% again. With sniper rifles, tetrads, name a gun. Aim at the feet. You are lined up more with them than if you don't. Only guns it never really mattered with was rocket launchers. They have explosive damage. Who knew? I explained that to somebody and they're like, nah, man, that's just aiming at their feet. Aim where they're going to go. No. Put the blue line at their feet. Line it up with their feet instead of their chest or their head or any of that stuff. Guarantee you'll hit the thing. It'll hit them center mass all the time. Try that with a tetrad. Try that with a battle rifle. Try that with a sniper rifle. Put the blue line. Line up feet to feet. Shoot. Center mass of the character will get hit. Found that one out like 5 days ago. Bizarre. But yeah, those are the strange things about the game. The nice thing is they're adding speed back, thank goodness, because they even show it to you on the Twitter account. Let me show this to you, man. Let me show you how bad. Let me show you how bad this was. Because it's crazy how bad it was. I'm going to show it to you on Twitter. 0.18 is going back to the old speed. That's how we used to move. How do I know? I've just been watching videos today of stuff from 7 months ago. That's how fast we were. I was so fast with a sniper rifle that I was able to dodge every attack from the Imperial Guardian. Currently, I can't dodge half the attacks from the Imperial Guardian because I'm so slow. That's the difference. The reason a lot of people have a lot of trouble with the flamethrower literally is backing away and having people run through your flames to kill them. That's how that gun works. It's the opposite of a chain gun or a minigun. You must have them kite. You're kiting backwards and they're coming to you. If anybody's right next to you with a flamethrower has a dead zone right in front of it that they take no damage. It's a thing. and I know because I play it a lot. And people be like, nah, flamethrowers are just weak. No, they're not weak. There's an issue. So that's one thing. But I was playing it today what happens is I'm so slow. If somebody's running in front of me towards me and I'm backing away, I cannot put enough space between me and them so their gun can't hit me, but my flames can hit them. They can hit me while I'm hitting them with my flames. Ergo, I die more because I'm slow as hell. Bruh, that's the thing. Also, patch by patch, the combat slowest is getting less and less. So right now, if you shoot a sniper, you don't even notice that you slow down anymore. If you're slowing down, I really can't tell. That's how it feels, way more like the way it used to before 0.13. Because 0.13 is the first patch to introduce that stupid feature that nobody wanted. Slow down snipers. For what? I don't know. Maybe it's too easy to basically kill somebody with almost no health that you just land right next to with an attack like Temporal Rush and or Leap Attack, and then you basically just blast them with a shotgun 2 times. I don't know. That's impossible to beat them. Get out of here, man. It's the same concept. Auto aim was too good, except when your character moved around in a small circle, auto aim missed 80% of the time. Or you circled around the person that you were fighting, their auto aim missed you more than it could hit you while you're hitting them at all times. Because if you stand still and I move, your auto aim is not hitting me, but my auto aim is hitting you. If I aim while moving and you're standing still, your auto aim is really not hitting me, and my manual aim is also hitting you. That's literally how hard it was to beat auto aim in this game. And everybody says like, it's too good, it's impossible to stop. Stop standing still. Move. It was that simple. I am not even playing with you. You can go look at all the freaking old stuff I have. I might load up. I load up my 3-star Brighton when you used to have the Pool of Fire as your perk, which was awesome. I got to play it for 3 days before they put the new perk on, which sucks ass. But yeah, you could dodge anybody by just moving around in a small circle right in front of them. They can't hit you. Circle them like a boxer circles somebody in a ring. They really can't hit you. So yeah, man, I don't know. And the theory is there's no skill in the game. It's easy. I had perfect strategies to win every freaking mode. I had guns that worked. I would be able to fight at least 3. I could do a 1v3 before 0.15. By 0.15, it dropped down to a 1v2. By 0.16, 1v1s got hard against bots. If I did not have heavy ammo. I'm slow. My primary, I can't back away from you. My primary can't do enough damage to kill you. And if I have no heavy ammo, or I have very little, I'm also dead. That's literally what they created. 2-on-1s are 80% to 90% death. 3-on-1, damn near certain death. 4-on-1, why are we even talking? You're not surviving. Like, it's the chance of beating 4 strong bots, one of them being a sniper bot, and they're all attacking you from different directions by yourself, even with heavy ammo and no primal, chances are slim. Because it takes so much of your heavy ammo to beat one person. By the time you beat one, let's say you get lucky and got 2, you're not beating 3 and 4. You're pretty much dead by then. Your health is shot. You have no weapon that can cause damage. And you're not fast enough to get away. There's certain death. So, yeah. Sucks. But that's how it works. But yeah, man. Like I said, the secrets of Catalyst Black, they're there.